Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found.
He's dead, but he didn't fumble. Interesting. Very interesting.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends
Rest
are
of
out
today,
there.
I will be.
First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
It's a gain of 20. That's good. For the Browns. First down.
On first down, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
By Carl Henderson. A loss of 4. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Watson off play action. And that is taken in by Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Watson now to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
4-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 14.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. But that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like
You missed that?
but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be
Wait a
warmed
minute, that
up.
was
He should
far.
be into the game, but sometimes
That
it's
was
almost like, oh,
61,
what,
wasn't
now
it?
already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40?
How far was it?
A long one, and he can't connect.
You're at the 45. You had like 16.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They bring a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Watson. Oh, it's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Got him. God, I'm a fuck. He fucking, he had everything on his way in.
What a play that was.
Damn.
And I can only imagine
He was unstoppable.
are thinking to themselves, That's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Late groupie now for the extra point.
Yeah, I don't know. He just kept going. Kept rolling forward.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and keep back out of the field. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you're next time, hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. So right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's second and 2. From the 50, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's pretty early in the game. They've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
But he's going to have a first down. He's down the 44-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Watson being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for third and long. Back to throw here.
Snagged it.
Struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Talent, Randy.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever. It's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, it really puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident.
A gain of 3, second down.
After 1,
7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. Buying time to his left. Comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a little yardage.
but I don't see your feeder. First time they cross on street. Finna trust never leave them. And the crowd never keep them. Cause I need a nut, cause I need to be the gun finish. DB, and I'm picking the ball. I play with a dick in the truck. When you check one, I'm putting
10 yards, good for Saints, first down.
You got good hands, break bread, so you can be living it up. Shit, I fuck enough. Y'all keep running. Me give my mind to a woman. Now we know that that was like happened.
Staying on ground on first with Kamara.
No passion. No
Taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
We do it.
Came out of nowhere.
You gonna lead it both ways, right? Yeah. On the act, go. From a shot to Coco. Back to the Coco. So like Coco. Back to like Coco. Up then. My gun hot and I close. That pose. Some got close. Got a full shake like on the full clip. Motherfuckers better jump for the full bit. One check, I make a nigga full clip. See the nigga little shit for the full hit. Hey, my guy, you know niggas wanna buy you. See me, I wanna fuck the screen. Like I'm gonna take a spot, nigga, feeling it. Start you really. Every time you get watch up all night. Body to side, side to side, side. You can say, chase you.
Team in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go up the middle with Chubb. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. They have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Working the middle of the field. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Here's Watson, steps away. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Backing up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
In the same place with a pound in it. So the dude is rap sex.
Dancing to his left.
She's mad at me because you're backstage. Snap your beat and they pull the trap stage. She wants you to end of the fuck the first. She gave me one more chance and I'm coming to the can. See the chances and what's it is. She did the insecure.
2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
Say
Extra point away from evening this one up.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the scores. They begin 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow the defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here's Kamara. Boy, no chance as he was not on the line there.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack early, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hand me rap, it's right hand, G rapping his prime. Young H, raps break dead. Back to take over the throne, the break tread. I'm in the chance, slow express. I'm still connect on the little guy. I just quick with that. When you get on the top of the track, yeah. Goddamn, just me. Break the can open again. You come on the door with that with no plan. Just throw it. It's the case. You can't replace it.
Decision to go for it. Proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Oh, that was
Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second.
Look what I made for you. Still got games like you try to play game. You first come in the game and try to play you. When you try to cover the hits, they wait till you knock it away. You won't see the Madison Square. So the only thing that matters, the matter is, it's fake for habit. Chase status of players to be at one time. Time is fake for time. Back like Jordan, Grant, stands. It ain't to play games. You realize it's a game. You need to be a little bit aggressive in the short zone. Exactly that. And I need you to remember one thing. I came, so I accomplished.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by his defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Lou Headley now. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some 7 yards here to get things moving again. Keep throwing and pushing it downfield. They try to pick up bigger yards.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
Calm down. You're calming.
Only 40 territory with their stop. To throw is
Not guilty, y'all got to feel me.
Stop it.
It starts there. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Keep that in mind, that is line is fine.
Now Watson on the move to his left.
Listen, guys, you're playing. Look at your clock as the tension swings. Watch the count to the game. The clock takes
Nice
10
job there on the
players.
escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now it's Watson.
To the goal line, it's incomplete. That's a pretty play there. Got it in the last second. He'll force the ball free. He'll kick the bat in the end zone.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. Looking to throw. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he bats it away. And he goes down.
Be good. Love it.
For them, they decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield.
Stop it.
Hoping to make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Shot here before half a car.
Run!
He's on his way.
Fuck.
Touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the
When my
break.
trunk is wrong, in the rear view mirror is the motherfucking law. I got 2 choices, y'all. Pull over the car on. Bounce on the devil, put the pedal to the floor.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gould.
Stepping you fall. Cause I'm shifting up with them pants for the whole on the rest shit, I guess it might.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get Matt Adam on EA Sports. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Getting set for their next drive to the New Orleans offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, actually, because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are taking like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. As they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
The guys that paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the 1st half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his left. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he moves it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They run it again with Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 31. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Watson. Here it's Bryant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10. And mark him at the 5. Again, this is Chubb. Let's get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Chubb again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
I gotta piss.
It's that shit stuck under my shoe. It's that smell inside the van. It's my bed sheet covered with sand. Sitting through my shit band. Getting dog shit on my hands. Getting hassled by the man. They give you an alarm. Sticking needles in your arm. Picking up trash on the freeway. Hitting it first every day. Leaving without making a sound. Picking my dog up by
On 4th and goal from the 2, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing it.
It's a full release, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 72 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster gain and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out one around the line of scrimmage.
Carr. And that is incomplete. time today. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through and was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Back to throw, Watson, forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the third time today. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
You couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Carr's throw caught by a runner. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually up to about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. Kamara gets it again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up and keep them down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle. So when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Gruby. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Watson. Right back to Njoku. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays and try to move
Faking the give. Now Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And past the 35, but he dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Watson on first down. Short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Again, it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, 27 yards. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
He was a rolling stone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging down to this slim lead. But, Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to keep moving here.
Right now, how you get directly at the field goal. And the quarterback, this to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, over his teammate, and then, of course, by deed with his play. I was going to go to say it all the time. Letty, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action. On first down, Carr. That is called in by Michael Thomas. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. With 30 more yards and another first down.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield. All good for big gains.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. To about the 26 here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 83 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. In the fourth quarter, this is when coaches that have a reliable running game can make it a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Second down and 6 now. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but watching clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it. Everyone's going to be upset, but they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come out of it a big way on the next down.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now, third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. Third and goal. They'll set the screen down Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. That's caught by Johnson. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Watson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here's first and 10. To throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will cost him about a dozen yards or so, but his guys do indeed get the football back. This, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you call for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran on got to the field, it was slower and slower to get to the